This is the American Rebellion. My name's Jerry. How y'all doing? I'm here tonight with Nicky Young. Matt is apparently getting his van set up to live under a bridge by the river, but or he's been arrested for selling catapults to minors. I don't know really where he is. Hopefully, he hasn't broken his phone again or anything, or no emergencies. Hopefully, it's not the fires. I don't think they're really that close to him, but you never know. So we got Larry Burns, Jimmy Collins, Nick Young's in the comments. How you guys doing? Nick, how are you tonight?
I'm doing good. Not a bad day today. A little windy. Maybe it's because of whatever the hell come through the New Orleans.
Yeah,
Uh,
could be a hurricane.
Nice, pretty sunny day. Yeah,
That been
we had our share of that shit a couple of weeks.
well, we're getting the very sides of it right now, but nothing, no real major wind, just a lot of rain. Let's see. Oh, Saul Zane still on a ban. How's it going? Uh, Alan
Still in
McMillan.
jail.
Alan McMillan was a bad person and is now on a ban. What a terrible thing. I haven't been on a ban in a long time. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I try. This show alone should put me on a ban every other
I've
week.
never been. I don't know what I'm
Yeah. Well, you're hanging with
doing. Mark
us.
Zuckerberg was like,
Yeah, I don't know why, but,
I'll be there soon.
I don't know how Matt stays on, to be
It's
honest.
like it's like riding around the car with a bad friend with drugs. Parents, your parents know you with some bad guy, but you say, mom, dad, I'm not doing anything wrong. But yeah, but after that you with is a piece of shit. So if he gets stopped, you're going to jail too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let me see if I can get Matt in. Says he's not online. That's not a good sign. He's always online. Telling you, probably sold one of those catapults to a minor. Kid put somebody's eye out. That's in prison now.
Exactly.
Jolene is
All that
here.
crazy neighbor fun.
Yeah, you never know. There could have been sniping done at his house. Or one of the cartels finally got him. Found out he wasn't as loved as he thought. I don't know. We are preparing for Sally here on the Gulf Coast of Mississippi. Good, 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 good. Kind of by the Gulf. Thinking about staying the night with the neighbors tomorrow, I guess. I don't know. But I thought it looked like it was going to hit Louisiana, the main part of it. I don't know. That's just what you guys need is another hurricane. I mean, the last one, I mean, this one gave the last,
But yeah, we have to walk out like
yeah, I mean, this one gave at least a month to rebuild from the last one. I think that it's time. Nice.
shit. They still have to rebuild from the last one. Like McDonald's is still shot to shit.
Yeah.
Those people not gonna have electricity probably till October.
And there's going to be people mad that the electric company ain't working during a hurricane. You know what I hate about the electric
Oh, them
company?
fuckers are everywhere.
You know what I hate about the electric company is like the electric goes out. Say after a storm, they will tell you we have no idea when the power's coming down. I mean, how in the fuck can you not have an idea? You can't call people in the field and say how close are you to getting this section and that section on. They won't do it, and it's like how can you not know or have some kind of round number that you can tell people? Saul or Alan says is turning northeasterly. I'm going to look it up. We could put this on screen for the whole world to enjoy the death and
Yeah.
destruction that is about to encounter us. If I can actually find what I'm looking for.
Yeah, that was the last thing I saw. Was it's turning more to the east towards the Mississippi, Alabama, Florida area.
Okay, yeah. Can't, hold on. Oh, here we go. Warnings, cone static images. So let's see. Oh, well, Tropical Storm Vicky. That's not the one I'm looking for. What the fuck? Oh, I see. Paulette. Okay, so I'm in the wrong place. Let me go up here. Education's active storms. Marine 2 day. Why do you need a marine forecast? Stay the fuck out of the water, morons. Marine forecast.
Okay.
Hurricane Sally. This is the one I'm looking for. Okay. We'll just do the static images here, I think. Yeah. Let's see. It's going to hit as of now. When is this? 4 p.m. It's going to hit Mississippi, good portion of Alabama, a sliver of the top of Florida, like where Pensacola and that is, and then dissipate off into Georgia and South Carolina, and a little bit in Kentucky, North Carolina. That kind. So I'll put that on the screen for everyone to see. This is fairly large. I just discovered Amazon sells auto parts. It saved me. How could you not know that, Larry? I've been buying parts off. I tell everybody, buy small engine parts off there. Why wouldn't they sell the big ones? Matter of fact, Amazon, you got a garage. You can put in what kind of vehicles you got, and it will just show you those parts for those vehicles. We're the first to lose power and the last to get power on. We're the only house on the transformer. Oh, that's nice. They probably gave you a used one from China. Dennis Thomas, how you doing? All right, so I'll show you this freaking, where the hell is it? Oh, Chrome tab, sorry. Here and here. And here we go. There we go. And that is the path as of 4 p.m. It's, I guess, when it first hits, I guess it's a tropical storm in Florida. Doesn't, what the hell? Max, 100 miles an hour sustained winds. That's, huh. The trees and stuff.
Yeah, once it hits the tip of Louisiana there, it's like the Venice, New Orleans area.
Mm-hmm.
Like we call it that. The end of the world down there.
Yeah. Well, still hate to see people dying in a fucking hurricane. I don't know. Hey, Jerry, long time no see. How's it going, brother? How you doing, Ken Murphy? Nice to see you. No one sees us. You see how many people we got on here? We've been doing this 5 years. Nobody. We're shadow banned. That's why no one sees it. We're on 4 nights a week. Have been for a long time. We don't know where Matt is. We have a stinking suspicion he's probably in prison for selling catapults to miners. But Nick is here. So we got that going for us. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here either. I ain't doing this shit by myself. Somebody's going to add to the misery with me. That's just the way it is.
For what it's worth.
Oh, look, category. Yeah, I didn't bother to say the category. Hurricane, tropical post. Does not. Doesn't fucking say. How does this not say? How does this not say? Well, 110 has got to be like a 1, I would think. Close to 2. And the way it's going, I don't know. It looks as if when it hits land, you're going to have a hurricane, but not as much. Once it gets inland, you're like okay, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, Category 1 starts at like 75 miles an hour, I believe.
Oh, does it? Okay.
So what it showed was like, yeah. So what it showed where the H's were, and it had that graph on the back where it had H, and it gave you what the wind was. It's like Category 2. So it's the next stage up.
They got another one out there called Teddy that seems to be strengthening. Paulette is sustained winds of 105, which is not good. Renee dissipates. That's, I guess, good. Vicky is expecting to weaken over the night. She's only at 45 miles an hour, which is only bad if there's a shitload of rain. Let's see. You got Teddy, you got Vicky, you got a new one coming off the coast of Africa where nothing good ever comes from there. You got another one in the Gulf that is, not much. Paulette is way north, up by north and south. Probably looks like North Carolina. Teddy is going to go over the islands and looks like it's half of the. It's a long ways from here so far. But let's see. Right now, Sally is 100-mile-an-hour winds. Minimum central pressure is 987 millibytes. Movement west northwest at 6 miles an hour. They're talking about dangerous storm surge, rainfall, wind hazards, obviously. Will extend well away from the center, which they always do. Okay, an extremely dangerous and life-threatening storm surge is expected for areas outside the southeastern Louisiana hurricane and storm damage risk reduction system. Holy shit. From Port Fortune, Louisiana, to the Okaloosa, Walton County line in the Florida Panhandle, where a storm surge warning is in effect. Residents in these areas should avoid it. Follow any advice given by local officials. Also look out for flash flooding. So I've never actually seen a flash flood or heard of one in Florida, but I hear they're very dangerous. I don't know.
Oh yeah, you don't want to get caught in that shit.
Yeah.
You'll just get swept away.
Yeah, a lot of people die in that shit. Biden called the president a climate arsonist today. What a nitwit. The IQ of a shovel. Shovels have a use, Nick. Biden really doesn't.
Yeah.
Personality of a
How
what?
about a food pie? It tastes good, but
Yeah, I used to love moon pies when I was a kid. The chocolate ones. I didn't like the other one. Was it banana or something? Didn't like that. Let's see. They have one here in New Jersey named Tom.
Oh, yeah.
That would be me. I think I've heard there's 5 systems or what. There is. I just went through them all. One of them is going towards North Carolina, South Carolina kind of deal. Uh, that would be Paulette. Renee is slowed down to a rainstorm. Vicky is a couple 100 miles off of Africa. Teddy looks like it's going to come up and into the Gulf over all the islands. So, but that's not even halfway to here yet, so we'll see. Sometimes the islands are enough to, depending on the size, knock it off course. You got to wonder about the weather coming from the other side of the country, what that's going to push. But once it gets into the Gulf, it always seems to either be, it's all those states and not that much of Mexico. I don't get it. Why the fuck doesn't Mexico get all this shit for a change? I don't know. Louisiana doesn't need another one. Nobody needs one. But New Orleans probably needs another cleansing of the trash, like with Katrina. Oh, well, it'll give old Billy something to do when he's done with his Las Vegas vacation, apparently. He'll go down there and save people that don't need saving in his yellow ducky. Be nice.
yeah. Yeah. Houston's not happy. Louisiana or Katrina, I promise you.
Oh, Katrina was.
That's where the trash wants.
Yeah, Katrina was. Holy shit. Here's the deal. If there's a major hurricane coming and you know it, get the fuck out. If it's anything over a 2, get the fuck out. I mean, otherwise you're going to be one of them idiots on the fucking roof waiting for somebody to come get them. You know?
Yeah, they were told Bill ahead.
Oh, yeah.
Get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Have buses, get the fuck out.
Yeah.
And they did.
Mm-hmm.
So, there you go. What happened?
Well, of course, they did put them in the, what was it, the Superdome right down there in New Orleans, where the Saints play.
Oh, yeah, they trashed that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had to rebound, bro.
Yeah.
They trashed it.
Yep. I mean, pretend like you're not at your house and you're not allowed to trash your neighbor's house when you go to these places. That would be good. And you know what? If you can't get your water within 3 seconds, maybe, I don't know, form some patience. I don't know. My wife finally got Medicare, and now they're taking money out of her Social Security check.
Oh, yeah.
Hoping yeah, I didn't know that. I'm hoping that we're able to pay the fucking bills. I don't know. Is it too early to blame Trump and climate change for the storms? Well, according to Gavin Newsom, the argument about climate change is over because of all the fires people are setting. He did a speech yesterday.
Yeah, on video.
Yeah.
On video.
Yeah. Yeah. It has nothing to do with the forest management things that they just say are silly and don't do. So that when, a lot of these fires get started by lightning. The Florida's the same way, the Everglades burns. But lightning starts. It gets very dry, and then there's a storm and lightning hits and, But if you do controlled fires, you burn the underbrush. Okay. Um,
Yeah, everybody says people in Louisiana are stupid, but at least our forestry management does that shit
yeah.
and knows to do
Yeah. Um, you're supposed to do that, but some bug or some bird or something. And I'm all for protecting wildlife. There's no doubt of that, but not at the cost of what this is doing. Okay. Wildlife needs to, you know, move away from the fire. They're not stupid. Lisa
it. Yeah,
Monaco, come
human
on,
life
these fires were set on
doesn't
intentionally.
see it
Some of
coming,
them
man.
were. There is no doubt, Lisa, that some of them were. No doubt of that. But it gets very dry in California, and when you have a lightning storm, lightning starts fires. Some of them, that's how they're started. Now, you got the gender reveal moron. You've got the Muslim, who the fuck ever morons out there starting additional fires. And the way the red article I read on the fires, and I don't live there, so I don't know, but so much, I don't know. The fires surprisingly stop at the Canadian border, so that blows the climate change theories. Jimmy Collins says, of course, he's responsible for the fires on the West Coast, don't you know? Katrina leveled our beachfront antebellum homes. Yeah, Katrina leveled a lot of shit because, again, this is another thing. They really should have rebuilt the berms and the levees. We have them in Florida. We have levees in Florida. And they should have rebuilt them. And they did, and they collapsed. Bye bye. Water everywhere. Water will go where water will go. And there
Yeah,
ain't a lot of stopping it.
it, the biggest problem was all of them were
That's great.
because nobody took care of them.
Yep. That's it.
Thanks, Nagin. That was Governor Nagin.
Yep.
You know,
I tell
or
you.
one of those different friends.
No, it was
Thanks.
Nagin. It was,
Stone.
well, Nagin was the mayor. I don't know who the governor was.
Or was it Land? Mary Land?
Could have been.
I don't remember who. Mary Land?
Maybe. But
Another piece of shit.
here's what I'm going to say is that's another thing where it should have been rebuilt. Those pump, I don't care how big a water pump is. It could be a small one you use, like a sump pump you use at your house, or one at freaking that they use to clear out levees or rainwater and all the rest of it. Okay, if you don't maintain them and repair them, they're going to break. These things are huge. They're outside in the weather at all times, cold, uh, wet, hot, wet. Makes no difference, and it's all the time. These things simple.
And it doesn't help. They clock waves at over 100 feet high with Katrina.
Oh,
Just
really?
off
I don't remember that.
and like 30 by the time it hit land, it was like 30. It was crazy.
Is that the storm surge?
Yeah, sir. The wave was so high that
So
it washed everything out of it.
I can tell you
the
right.
pumps couldn't do shit anyway. They
Yeah,
couldn't keep up with the more.
I could tell you right now. That's actually what he said is true. I mean, I don't know how many they have, but sustained like that size waves coming inland. Um, First of all, your sewer system is going to get just completely within 5 minutes. It's going to be full up. And if your pumps aren't working, or even some of them that don't help, and with that size waves coming in, you need you need a lot of pumps to sustain that. Let's see. Casinos along the beach from Biloxi to Waveland broke loose, leveled everything in their path during Katrina. Yep. Yep. I was in Wilma down in Florida, South Florida when it hit. I'd never actually been in a real hurricane before. Because before that, the last hurricane we had was like 50 years or 60 years before. Nobody thought about hurricanes until then. Um, and it was, I mean, it wasn't like Katrina because it wasn't that horrible, but um, it was pretty bad. And it was like a category 3 or 4 at one point. Knocked me over. I weighed almost over 300 pounds and knocked me over. They rebuilt on land. Yeah, that's always nice. Boats, those of different lengths and so forth. They're going to slam into the dock. I don't care how many fucking tires you put up. Eventually, a wave or something, they're going to hit something and just sink. Or, get blown up on land or something's going to happen. You got a 30-foot fishing boat. It ain't going to withstand a 100-foot wave. That's just not going to happen.
No. Shit, I'm 10 to 12 with seas going offshore for a while.
You're going to die. Some people find that shit
slam.
fun. Yeah, I've been in a rough seas in a fucking Amtrak. I got to tell you, I'd rather be on the 140-foot boat, but the ocean doesn't really care about us. And if it wants a boat, it just takes it. Queen Mary wouldn't be big enough for the ocean if the ocean wanted the Queen Mary. Let's see, Nikki Young, I know, thankfully.
I mean, hell, just this Laura that I'm a Capri broke for, floats out into the goddamn lake in Lake Charles and slams up against the goddamn ITN bridge. Which that fucker is about to fall out into it. They didn't hit that. They hit it.
Yeah, you wouldn't think a boat could do that, but you don't realize the tonnage of a boat that size. And
oh yeah,
even at 3 or 4,
and it's 2 or 3 stories high.
Yeah, even at 3 or 4 knots, say it's probably going faster than that in a hurricane because the water is, the wind, everything, and there's no control, there's no power, there's no nothing in it. It's just floating and drifting. It hits at full. It can do some freaking damage, man. It really can. People put plywood up on their windows. They showed us one time down, so I was watching this thing on TV. If a 2x4 comes right for that plywood, it's going to come in through the plywood, through the window, and embed in your wall in your living room while you're trying to watch TV that don't work.
Yeah. It'll be like a bunch of little needles coming at you. It'll splinter the wood.
Yep.
It's like they're throwing parts.
The only thing plywood is good for is like glancing blows. Other than that, it's good for nothing. In a major hurricane. Okay. I don't know. I don't know. Crazy shit. That's what I'm gonna tell you. Crazy shit. They said brick walls ain't much better and concrete walls ain't much better.
I've been through my share. I've been before.
Well, they always seem to come from Louisiana. Why do they hate you so much? God doesn't love you. That's the problem.
Because we got that fucking Gulf up to get so damn hot. Something up.
It's like when you think about North Carolina, you don't really think about hurricanes, but hurricanes are every year they have to be ready for them. I've seen North Carolina in rough seas. It ain't
Oh
fun.
yeah.
It is nasty. And there's a lot of shipwrecks off of North Carolina also, just from that.
Oh, those seas in the Atlantic, that shit'll be crazy too.
Yep.
I want to talk about the high seas.
Yeah, what's weird
Them
is,
boats just get lost and nobody ever sees them.
yeah. And then, they get hurricanes sometimes in New York. They had a hurricane not too long ago in New York. You know,
Yeah.
yep. It's just weird. It's just odd. And we
What was
seen,
it? The sand that hit the East Coast years ago?
yeah,
That
New
it flooded,
Jersey and,
fucked up everything?
yeah,
That was a bad.
New York, New Jersey, I think it was. Yeah. Yeah. And you don't expect that way up north. You expect it, actually, back when I was a kid, I thought the only places that got hit by hurricanes were Florida. I had no idea that, not like I wasn't, knew anything about it, but I had no idea they would go in the Gulf and hit Louisiana and hit Mississippi and Alabama, Texas, all that. I had no clue. I just figured it was South Florida, and we hadn't had one in 50 years or something, or 40 years at the time. I was like, okay, we're good. We had one when I was about 15 that was supposed to hit, and it went past us. And after it went past us, I was like, yeah, whatever. I didn't care where else it went. I don't know. I have no idea where it went. Nikki Young,
Well, there's one coming from the Bahamas. It's coming up to Louisiana, I promise. It's going to hit Texas, Louisiana, or Mississippi Gulf Coast, somewhere around.
yep. And with this happening every year, the cost is getting worse and worse. I mean, look at what happened in Louisiana, as Nick has said, Lake Charles and places like that. That they still have electricity, and look what's coming at all. All I can tell you is when Wilma hit our station, where they got all the electrical shit, like a lift station kind of deal, whatever, was completely wiped out. And I mean, complete. The only thing that was sticking up was some rebar and a few pipes with that. At one point, had wires in them. I didn't, you know, the fence around it was gone. There was nothing on this pad, and the pad was pretty good size. Camille was an ass kicker, 1969. I don't remember that one.
Yes, it was. Yes. I was born that year, but my mom and dad told me about this shit.
Yeah, I was gonna say I was 6.
My dad, my grandfather went out and had to save people from around shit. Grandfather told me.
Yep.
That
What was that one that?
But this thing with Florida, it wiped out, like you were saying, Gary, wiped out the infrastructure.
Yep.
So that they have to start from the ground up,
Yep.
from the source, to get it back to the end user.
Yep.
That's what this did. That's why they called it a lot.
Yeah, and look at
This
this.
big ass metal electrical pole, metal, snap them something in half.
Yeah.
Just done. You know?
And here's the deal: they had all them people from different states. They always do that. When you have a hurricane in your state, um, all you see, and right after, you see convoys from other states coming. Like when I was through Colorado, California, Wyoming, I saw license plates on electrical vehicles and shit. It's crazy shit. But they right now are probably all leaving.
Kansas,
Yeah, they're
everything
probably all leaving the state right now. So my guess is work has come to a conclusion for a while until this one passes. But I will say this: what used to happen a long time ago was when something like this happened, everyone would come together. I don't really see that now. I mean, I still hear about about this. What about these people? What about You know, nobody, idiots blocking the emergency room entrance. Holy fuck, what's going on, man? I celebrated my 12th birthday the day before Camille hit. Oh, you're old now. That's what that says. There, I'm sorry, but you're old.
So bastard.
Yeah, you're older. Fuck, you're older than Matt. Look at that.
No, one good thing about South Louisiana is actually the people pull together for each other. You know, we have the Cajun Navy that goes out, rescues people, and he collects supplies. I know the casino I work for, we had the rescue, you know, every people stationed there. Still have them stationed. So casinos passing out vehicles to, you know, refugees, so to speak, from
Yeah.
the hurricane.
But it used to be the whole
So at least
country
they're
would
doing
do this. The whole country would do this for the one state. All right? You know, if it was that devastating, whatever. And hurricane is pretty devastating. Uh, wherever it hits, it's usually pretty devastating. But, you know, like the earthquake in California in 96, the whole country came together. You know, shit like that. They don't do that anymore. Now we just murder cops. Fucking ridiculous.
Purposely burn down things and destroy shit.
Yeah.
We don't have to wait for it. No.
Yeah, exactly. And then listen to the morons on TV tell us it's not that bad. Really? Okay. I don't know.
You can carry an hammer. You know, it's like it's all a myth. There's nobody.
Yeah,
Like he's fat. Fuck. Have you been paying attention?
yeah. It's just, you know, we're talking about, you know, well, I don't know. These people that, you know, I'm glad that the beauty shop lady got her all that money she got. I'm glad. I am. And I'm not taking that away from her. Okay. What about all the other people who weren't on TV? What about them? What about all the other guys that ain't own a fucking convenience store that he, you know, all his wife, you know, waited to buy or whatever, or the business the guy has owned for 30 fucking years? What about those fucking people that weren't on TV? What about them? Nobody cares. After Katrina, we had Pennsylvania electric trucks, and all they could talk about was the fucking bugs. I had to tell them they weren't far off from calling them fucking bugs. We call them love bugs here. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. We have them here. We have them now, actually. As years have gone by,
Yep.
documentation has gotten better.
They're out right now here.
Yeah, bad too. I got them all over my fucking windshield. As years have gone by, documentation has gotten better and better. What happened in the 20s, 30s, and 40s, Mother Earth has never stopped, nor can it, or nor can will it ever. But Greta has all the answers. Now, Greta has no answers, especially not on TV. However, there was a hurricane in Florida, 1929, or I think it was the late 1800s. Where the fuck was that? San Antonio? No, I don't know. It was kind of like an island type of deal on Texas or whatever, but there were bodies floating down the streets before they really started understanding hurricanes and what
Katrina was like that. I'm not Katrina. Camille was like that too.
I remember that.
Everywhere.
Yeah, I remember that. And you always got the morons. And you know what I hate most about hurricanes is the idiot on the Weather Channel, that fucking guy, Jim Cantori. I hate that motherfucker, and I want him to die from a stop sign slicing his fucking head off. Because he's always out there, stay out, this is very dangerous, but I'm here and it's okay. Fuck that guy, I hate him. I fucking hate that guy. Why?
Oh, he's stupid.
Why can't a sign just take him out?
Started hitting the fan. He said, "I got to get the hell out of here." He was scared.
Yeah.
You stupid ass.
I hate that freaking guy. God, I hate that guy. Wherever he goes, people die. You know, like not like Donald Trump, but wherever he goes, there's people going to die. Stay the hell away from Jim Cantori. He's like the specter of fucking death. Destiny Paris is here. God, I hate that guy. Oh, it's very dangerous out here. You shouldn't be standing out here while he's standing out there. But this is my job. You're an idiot. Oh, God, I hate Jim Cantori. I'm going to get a shirt that says that. I swear to God, I am. Yeah, well. Where in the fuck is Matt? Let me try to.
64,000.
He's still not on. Try adding him again, but he's not on. He's not going to get the damn message. This has only happened once before. This has only happened once before, and that was because he left his phone at work. Doesn't look like he's answering. So, I don't know. See, off you bike up into the clouds there, Nick. You know, David he's a survivor, really. He's a survivor.
Yeah, he rode his bike in that.
Yeah, he wasn't there, but he was. And the hurricane was racist, and all the guns should be taken away from the hurricane. Only in America are people like him famous. I swear to God. Luckily, though, we're not seeing him on TV every freaking day.
Boy, that went away real quick, man.
Well,
Piece of shit.
once they don't need him, or that fucking girl that was with him, the bald girl who was like Cuban and loved socialism like a fucking moron. I can honestly say if you love socialism and you're Cuban in this country, you probably need your ass kicked by your own people. Go down there to South Florida and ask them about Castro. They'll tell you. Gerwaldo was down here for Hurricane Frederick. He was doing his report on the beach in Pascagoula. Stepped in the water, covered sewage drain up to his waist. It was hilarious. Yeah, that would be cool. Isn't that guy going to retire or just die or something? I don't know. I'm so sick of Geraldo. Ever since the freaking vault, Al Capone's vault, I have not had a lot of use for Geraldo. I hope Matt is all right. He's probably in prison, Jolene, for selling catapults to underage children. That's the best way to come up with it. There was no message or anything, so I don't know. It's got the fires. Who knows? Maybe it burned down the towers. I don't know.
Yeah, they even said that was like 30 miles away from him or something.
Yeah, but he says they don't usually get that far, and you would think he would make a post of some sort.
Right.
But oh well. What else you guys want to talk about? The show must go on from Jimmy Collins. Jimmy don't care.
Yeah.
I could drop dead. He'd be wondering where the show was. Jimmy don't care. Was
We'll write the play as we go.
Yeah. Franklin Morehart Jr., how are you? Nice to see you, Franklin. 2 nights in a row. Or, 2 shows in a row. Nice to see you. Destiny must not be drinking tonight because she ain't commenting. Or not Destiny. I'm sorry, Destiny. Jolene, because she's not commenting too much. End of the week, watch.
Enticing. Enticing her to drink.
Yeah, just so she comments. Hey, show must go on, right, Jimmy?
The show was about to say that the show must go on.
That's correct.
One way or the other.
That's correct. We need Jolene to help us the show go on. I'm doing okay, taking it one day at a time. That's the best way to do it, Franklin. Otherwise, you get crazy, man. You working and everything? It's funny. There's a lot of people that I used to see their posts all the time. Franklin's one of them. Either they lost interest in all this stupid bullshit on Facebook or they're just not letting everybody see him or something. I don't know, but kind of sucks.
It's all their algorithms that are supposedly not biased.
Destiny Paris says, yeah, you're right about that, actually. But it's going to get worse, the election. I mean, it could get worse, too. It can always get worse. That's what I'm learning here lately. It can always get worse. Because when you think it can't be worse, some asshole looks like a kid run up to a cop car and try to murder 2 cops. There's a $100,000 reward for him now, so if you know who it is, you could get a chunk of change. Destiny says, "Don't ever say I'm not."
Somebody's gonna spring on that.
Oh yeah. In that particular community, his mother may turn him in. You never know. Let's see. Destiny says, "Don't ever say I'm not drinking." Well, we know about you, Destiny. You eat kangaroo. That's the only way you can do that. Let's see. Jolene says she's on her first beer. Well, hurry up, will you? Hey all, how you doing? Y'all doing well? From Tiffany Sullivan. How you doing, Tiffany? I just lost interest in Facebook. It's not as fun as it used to be. Everybody wants to put you down for your opinion, call you racist. I can't tell you how many times this has happened to me on Facebook, and the people don't help people like they used to when I first got on Facebook. That was all it was all about. Only reason I keep Facebook around is because I have family that's on Facebook. I don't really blame you. I got to be honest. I'm sick of doing this show. I truly am. I try not to talk about politics as much as possible, but it's in everybody's face every day. How can you not? How can you? It just is what everybody talks. Even me and my wife talk politics now. We never used to send him off for the insurance, or he's heading off on the next Bigfoot expedition. Well, we could make up a paper, put some squares in there. We could take, everybody buy a square on what happened to Matt. See who wins. Jimmy Collins says I turned that motherfucker in for free. That's what I. Let's see. That bitch Carol Baskin is dancing to the Eye of the Tiger. Oh my God. Why are you watching that? You get so uptight about this. Why are you watching that? Carol Baskin, isn't that the Lion King's nemesis or something? Or well, not the Lion King. Well, what's his
Yeah.
name? The Tiger King or Tiger Boy or something?
Tiger, whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Carol Bass, old sanctuary. Her husband disappeared.
Yeah. Well,
Should never be seen again.
from what I overheard on the
Fed him to
TV,
the tiger.
from what I overheard in the TV in the bedroom, because my wife was watching shit last night. He cheated on her 21 different times. Gotta tell you, doesn't sound like a really good guy. Man, that bitch fed her husband to a tiger, like for real. You have evidence of this? Well, all I know is
That's the theory.
Tiger Boy keeps sending letters to the president and his and Junior to pardon him. I don't know. This guy, for some reason, I suspect. I don't know what he. I don't even know what the fuck he did or why he's in prison. I gotta be honest with you. All right. Maybe somebody can explain that to me. Although you need to do it quickly because my give a shit is just about to jump out the window over here, and then he'll be lost in the woods, and then we'll find it again. But
Took the dump
yeah. I mean, but you're begging the president of the United States for a pardon. I mean, yeah, I can't
I
either.
think it was like abuse of something. Yeah,
I
something.
don't know. I personally, I think he may be innocent just because of what he's doing now. However, I don't think either one of them are that decent people. I don't. I don't really think either one of them are all that great of people. I mean, why are they keeping tigers? They said he hired someone to kill Carol Baskins. Oh, and they put him in jail for murder to hire deal or murder for hire. Okay, all right. Well,
She was a
guy on TV, no idea what he's talking about, and I'm against keeping tigers in captivity. Carol Baskin reminds me of that creepy woman from the movie Misery, Kathy Bates. Uh, I never actually watched Misery, so I couldn't tell you. I've seen pictures of these people. Uh, I don't know, passionate uh, about the Tiger King there, Tiffany. So I do know he sent Trump Jr. a letter the other day begging him to tell his father to pardon him. And most people don't do that. They do it through their lawyer or something like that. Whatever. Maybe he is innocent. I don't know. But you can't judge people on how they look because I have to tell you, the Tiger King, he's kind of a weird guy too. I wasn't there.
he was very weird. He was hiring, crackheads and shit, and then, he was gay.
But yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay. You got to remember I'm an Okie.
He married one of them. Your parents like the ugliest dude in the book.
Well, that's nice. He's an equal opportunity low life. You got to remember I'm an Okie. Okay, I don't
Yeah.
understand what that has to do with the Tiger Boy and Murder Woman. What does that have to do with it? I thought these people were in Florida. Weren't they? Because they sound like people from Florida. We have an elephant farm here somewhere. I don't know exactly where it's farm. Played somebody. And then the guy gets in all kinds of trouble for shit he wasn't doing, right? Like, licensing and that kind of weird shit. But oh, his tiger camp was in Oklahoma. Okay, about 60 miles from me. All right. What were you friends with him? Because I know I don't want to hurt you, Tiffany, because I love you. You're a good girl, but there are criminals in fucking Oklahoma. Just thought I'd mention. Joe Exotic. Oh, his name is Joe Exotic. Said he was set up.
Yeah.
His
That's
team
right.
is trying to get him out of jail. If you want to get rid of your husband, wasn't there a plane involved with this also at some point? I don't know. And you hate the other guy because you want his shit. I, I suppose that could be true. I don't know. I have seen pictures of her. She looks. Uh, she's kind of creepy looking. They walk around with tigers all day and shit. And you know who I like? How could you not trust that fucking guy? He loved his job so goddamn much he died for it. No, I wasn't friends with Woods. Okay, so but you're defending him. So apparently you've gotten away from the backwoods tweaker thing, and you believe he's innocent. So that's fine. That's okay. I got it. I mean, I believe O.J. Simpson was adjudicated perfectly. I don't necessarily think he may. I don't know if he did it or not because I wasn't there. It seems like he did. That's for sure. However, that trial and the way it went, he was found not guilty, and that's exactly what he should have been found because that moronic prosecution team and all that, they did some stupid shit. That's why they lost. But
Oh yeah, they pissed that crowd quick. They looked at it back.
O.J. Simpson won as soon as he held his hand up with the glove half on it. That's when he won that case. Right? None of his lawyers
Yeah.
are really. As soon as that hand went up with that glove, there, but they were fucked up, and that judge was more interested on uh, was more interested in being on TV, that seemed, than anything else. So that didn't help. Judge Ito. So was Casey Anthony. Well, that's why we have trials in this country. Do I think Casey probably killed her daughter? I would say more than likely. Well, do I think O.J. Simpson killed his wife and the gay guy? I would say more than likely. However, seeing as how I wasn't at either crime, I can't tell you for sure. But a jury heard the evidence and heard the way it was presented, which is not necessarily so much the evidence as how it is presented and the words used and everything else. And, well, guess what? They both were found innocent. Johnny Cochran was a real piece of work for Jimmy Cohn. Yeah, he was. But you know what? If you're ever in that situation, that's the lawyer you want. That real piece of work. Not so much now because he's dead, I think, but nevertheless. Okay. People had never seen, and most people had never seen a trial like that. There have been trials like that since this, the 1600s. Trials of the century. And in this country, they've had trials like that many times. Most people have never seen most of those. They saw O.J. Simpson. If it does not fit, you must acquit. That is correct. And you know what? Sorry, but he was right.
That was the same.
Yep. Yep. You don't like it. And the second time, but I noticed not a lot of people thought we felt too bad for him. So she needs the same treatment. Well, listen, guys, everybody, it's. Oh my God, it's starting. I hope she falls on her face. What's starting? What the hell are we talking about, Tiffany? You're killing me. Anyway, everybody, it's very easy to have an opinion on somebody else's bullshit, and that's, everybody has one. I got one. Everybody's got one. That's the way it is. Okay, but when it's you want that Johnny Cochran lawyer. Okay. Dancing. Oh, she's on Dancing with the Stars, really? Ah! Oh, well, sure. Yeah. Her life's over. I mean, sorry. You're on that show, it's over for
America has something with
like the kiss of death for most people. I don't know. And Tiffany's over there giving them ratings. That's nice, Tiffany. That's nice. I think my wife does the same thing. I don't know. She was watching the fucking something about her last night. So, Casey Anthony, you could take when I look at O.J. Simpson, I see the guy from one of my childhoods who's like a football hero kind of deal. And they are dancing to the Eye of the Tiger. Well, that's kind of funny. Tina Scott, how you doing?
oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's kind of funny.
It can't be true.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. Yeah, that's kind of funny.
Yeah, and the funny thing with OJ, he gets away with murder, so to speak, double murder. And then this dumbass, people stole his shit. So he's in Vegas. And he goes, and then I'm over there in Vegas, and I get to see this motherfucker,
Yep.
Get handcuffed.
Yep.
Because he got put on that. And he goes to jail for that.
Well, I don't know. I'm just trying to compare. Like Casey Anthony, I would never sleep with her. She just looks like a woman that'd knife you in your sleep. I don't know why, but she does. Listen, O.J. Simpson has paid a lot. They don't even invite him to the Hall of Fame. He had to give up his Heisman Trophy. Yeah. It says, oh my God, she has on a tiger print costume, kind of fits since she's such a pussy bitch. Tiffany does not pull any punches, as you know. Let's see.
Really do.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. She's got opinions, Nick. Tiffany's got some opinions. I never get notifications. Am I not invited? It's hard to track it down up here. Virginia, all you have to do is go to the page. It's right on the top. Of course, you're invited. I can't help the fact Facebook doesn't do anything. I mean, look at the number of people we have every night. That's why. So, who's dancing to the stars? Carol Baskin, the Tiger Woman, or whatever they call her. God, is that show? I hate that. I hate them shows. I swear to God, I hate them fucking shows. America's Got Talent. You know what? Put a craftsman on and let them do that. That would be interesting. Watching two idiots dance or sing a fucking song and completely murder it is it's not my idea of good time. It's not. My wife likes that shit. Every show she records is like a freaking reality TV show. I don't get it. I don't get it.
Yeah,
Yeah. I don't think reality TV is supposed to have a script. I heard she's evil, but never watched her story. Oh, ask Tiffany. Apparently, Tiffany is she has her in you know apparently being fed to the tigers like her husband. I guess I don't know.
Tiffany has like voodoo doll of her.
Yeah, with like toothpicks and pins and shit sticking out of them. Crazy shit they do in Oklahoma. I'll tell you right now.
Yeah.
So does the Baskin woman? I guess she lives in Oklahoma too. Well, why in the hell would the Tiger Boy hire someone to kill her husband? How did that? Why would he do that? What did her husband do to him?
I don't think he did anything. I'm not sure exactly. I don't remember the whole story. It was pretty much a blur. It was her and the Tiger King that were attention because they. Oh, the husband had a shitload of money. Thing is what book, and I think she offered for the money. She continued running the animal kingdom she had on something like
Okay, but why would she? Why would they say that he? They have to have a reason for why he would want him dead if they arrested him for that and put him in prison for that or whatever. Is he actually in prison or is he a freaking like in just waiting trial? What the hell? I mean, he's asking for a pardon. Shouldn't that?
no, he's in prison.
Okay,
He's in prison.
so he's already
Yeah.
had his trial.
She's
Why?
dancing.
Why are they saying that he wanted the husband killed? Good guy, I can't believe I even care about this. Look what I'm doing. It's on Netflix. I don't get that. I ain't got Netflix. He tried to kill her, not the husband. Oh, okay. Now we're getting somewhere. How does Franklin know this? I don't fucking know.
Yeah,
It's scared
there
me a
you
little
go.
bit. I heard the Kardashians are doing their final season. Couldn't tell you a thing about them. I heard they've been on TV a long time. Yeah, they've been taking up space. He's in prison for 20. Okay, so Franklin said he tried to kill, or he was going to try to kill, or whatever, her, not the husband. So why did he want her dead? I bet you the husband's upset that she didn't succeed. I don't know. My daughter got me to watch.
Husband was really upset. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Because the Tiger King was outing her for feeding her husband to the tiger.
Yeah. That's what it was.
The Tiger King. No, 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 no. Oh, but why did the tiger dead?
Well, they were in contention with each other because they both ran these sanctuaries, if you want to call it that, for these animals. And I think it was a competition kind of thing. She was saying he was, doing one thing, and he was saying she was doing the other thing, and trying to turn each other in, maybe something like that. It's been a long time since I
Oh,
watched
okay. Well, yeah, that's
it. And
stupid shit.
I
All right,
slept. Yeah,
all right.
it's crazy.
Okay. Well, whatever happened to Marlon Perkins? He didn't try to kill him. Well, he tried to kill Jim, but not on purpose. He would just stay in the helicopter while Jim would, attack, tackle the 5,000-pound rhinoceros. That's all.
Yeah, right.
Okay, that sucks. He got close because of her. She just might have killed her husband. I would not put it past that bitch Toad. Virginia has opinions also. Keep her away from Tiffany because we could have a war. She wanted him to close his zoos, so he wanted her killed. Well, wouldn't it have been easier just not to close the zoo? That seems like a better plan. I don't know. Now y'all got Jerry interested in this. He's going to fall victim and binge watch it. You want to bet, Jimmy? How much money you get? I'm not going to. Listen, I'm just killing time here trying to get through another 45 minutes and wondering why people are so fucking stupid. Listen, the guy had to have done some shady shit or he wouldn't end up in prison. I mean, it's not like he's completely fucking innocent here. She wants to be the only tiger sanctuary in the country and she is dirty with it. Then you have for Jeff, and that's itself as a. Who the fuck is Jeff? I just started watching Netflix recently. There's some good shows on there. Homeland and Blacklist are awesome. I don't have Netflix. I think we're on the same page, one of those two. Okay, who the hell is Jeff? Is Jeff another Tiger boy? That bitch is evil. Oh, okay, I get that. Who the fuck is Jeff? What is he, the rhino boy or something? What, he does the giraffes? I don't know what.
Yeah.
Fucking Jeff. Jeff. All right, hold on. Tiffany is just seeing red with the bitch is evil. So, Franklin, who the hell is Jeff? Why Franklin knows scares me. I don't know. Why anybody knows about this shit scares me. But
Even the thing and it.
I'm going to forget 90% of this by tomorrow. I want y'all to know that. You can get those on other channels. You don't need Netflix. Okay, I don't know. But Jeff is the guy that came in to help Tiger King with the Tigers and take down Carol from Vegas. Okay? Was Jeff the one that tried to kill her?
I remember Jeff though.
Is Jeff the one that tried to kill her? You just told me you didn't hire nobody to kill her. I gotta tell you, there's some loopholes in this fucking story somewhere. I don't know. Apparently, you'd have to watch the documentary or the show or something. Jeff Lowe took over Joe Exotic Zoo. Oh, Franklin knows his last name too.
Oh, yeah.
Franklin, you need to get a hobby, buddy.
That's okay.
Okay, so now are Joe Exotic and Jeff enemies and whatever? I have zero idea about any of this Tiger shit. See what happens when you don't watch the news. Well, Larry, I now know more than I ever wanted to. I can tell you, and I'm asking questions, which is not good.
You can always come here, Larry, for the nonsense news.
Yeah, yeah. So let's see if I got this right. Let's see if I got this right. Tiger Boy wanted the Baskin, the Tiger Woman to fucking die, and he hired Jeff to help him do it or get her out of business or whatever. Meanwhile, the Tiger Woman husband disappeared, and according to Tiffany, the tigers ate him and shit him out. So she's got that cloud over her. And the only guy that came out on top was Jeff. Jeff has got mad skills, man. If she killed someone, why isn't she in jail then? That's an excellent question, Tina. They can't seem to find a husband. That's the one thing I know about this. No, Jeff's good friends is the one that was keeping watch on that bitch Carol Baskin's comings and going and doings. They were friends. I bet they ain't friends no more. He's running his fucking zoo while Tiger Boy's in the fucking prison house. It's not like it was news before Netflix. Okay, let's see. I have Netflix because it's the cheapest option here. It's the cheapest option here too, but I don't want to watch Obama shows or BLM fucking shows. I don't even know nothing about it. Other than it sucks up all your internet, and then I wouldn't be able to get on here and talk about Tiger Boy.
Yeah, if you forced to watch it, you couldn't have a show.
Yeah. Apparently it sucks up your internet or something. I don't know. I can get it on my TV. I have one of those, smart TVs. It's got all the shit on it.
TV.
But I think my wife watches it, actually.
Sign up for trial and get fucking canceled after you finish watching the series.
I don't want to watch the series. Yeah. The Tiger King setup was fine. That lady got leftist socialist cancel culture on him. Uh-huh. The plot thickens, Nick. No, he didn't want her dead. He wanted proof of her mistreating tigers. Jeff flipped on Tiger King and set Joe up. And now Joe owns the Tiger Kingdom.
Coming back now.
And now Jeff owns the Tiger Kingdom. That's the problem when you got friends like that. Any news about celebs I get from the wife and
like
kids,
who the fuck did it?
and they still don't give a shit. From Larry Burns. Yes, Joe was sent up. Okay, that's fine. That's what I think from Virginia Power. Okay, well, so I could give a rat's ass about 80s Tiger Porn King. Destiny Paris.
Tiger Porn.
Destiny got opinions too. Okay, so okay, so let's review. Let's see. Tiger King had a zoo. Baskin had a zoo. Baskin didn't want Tiger King. King hired a guy to get Baskin out of being in the zoo. Somehow in this fucking process, her husband disappears.
Jeff the turncoat.
and Joe hires a guy that gets him put in prison and now owns Joe's zoo. Joe is Tiger King. Jeff is Ratface from Vegas. Ratface from Vegas. Okay. Now the tiger sanctuary is now closed due to several getting very ill and all that kinds of shit. Okay, but somebody just said that Joe. Okay, all right. Well, here's what I think.
All these names.
Yeah, Jeff came out smelling like a rose, and the one guy doesn't seem to have a lot to do with any of this. Is dead or missing or something. And Carol's on Dancing with the fucking Stars. Joe's in jail.
Dancing with tulips. Joe's in jail. Poor bastard.
Oh, and don't forget about Tiger King's two husbands. Every time we think we're getting out, Nick,
that too.
every time we think we're getting out, Nick, she sucks us back in. So he had two husbands at the same time or separately? I don't know. I watched Cuties. It wasn't canceled. My daughter was horrified. I thought it was a typical pedo demon land thing. Oh, is that the one with the 12-year-olds who were, what do they call that? Dance?
Yeah, little girl.
Twerking?
I didn't watch that kid, but it was a big stamp going on back then.
Will you blame people? Well, Jimmy, you got two daughters. I don't blame you. She probably won't win because so many people hate her. Well, that's possible, I guess. I don't know. The Tiger Lady went on top of all of it. The lady who everybody's accusing is becoming fucking famous.
Yeah, go figure.
This is one fucked up case, man.
Don't look here.
It's very fucked up. Here's the deal. There had to be some kind of fucking evidence that he hired somebody to do something to her. All right. I mean, I don't know. Why keep going on? Virginia Pollock.
The turn code. I think it was a he said, she said kind of thing. And then she said, fucking, I'm clear. You know? Some kind of shit.
Oh. Tiffany.
Because there was evidence of animals dying on Joe Exotic land.
I did hear about that.
Disappearing and shit.
Yeah, I did hear
so
about that.
So they said, well, he's abusing these animals.
Right.
That kind
of. Okay. Oh, here's another character into the thing. Listen. Oh. Tiffany says, and the elephant guy. That was a twist also. The elephant guy, Nick. There's an elephant guy involved. I like elephants.
I don't remember the elephant guy.
Okay, so we have...
I tried to block every episode that opened.
Damn, Nick, don't tell me that. No, what? If I watch this shit, I'd have a headache. Or be deranged or something. I don't know.
I did.
Okay, so who is the elephant? Who's the fucking elephant guy?
That I don't know.
Okay, well, I'm asking Tiffany. Tiffany brings up the elephant guy, and that was a twist also. She didn't tell us no other information because she's too busy watching the leopard skin fucking woman dance with the stars. So I gotta find out.
The only elephant guy I know. He said, my name is John Barrett. Man way back in the day.
I am not an animal. I am a man.
I have not an
animal. Yeah. The guy doing the documentary about the Tiger King, he was kind of flippy too. A flippy elephant guy. Why is that not surprising? I mean, when you have elephants running around, your yard, you gotta be a little flippy. And the bear guy, but he got eaten from Larry Burns. I always got jokes again. All right. Saul Zane. Tarzan did it. Yeah, it would
Soft
seem
flesh
like it.
showed up.
I think Tarzan flew through this and just didn't like what he saw and fucked up everybody. All I know, this is what I know. I don't read the articles, but I see her name in the news once a week, and it's not usually for anything good. Didn't she do an interview?
Said, Chica, done with me. These people are fucking crazy.
He probably said, "Beam me up, Scotty." I don't know. Uh,
Yeah.
his name is Doc Antle. Well, of course it is. It would have to be Franklin. What else could his name possibly be? Didn't she just do some major interview not too long ago that I didn't watch? What saw was about to happen, swearing up and down she's innocent. We have an elephant place down here. I just don't know where it is. I would go see that. I like elephants. I do. I like monkeys too, and midgets. They're fun.
Midgets ride the elephant. And monkeys ride the
Yeah. Doc
It's a good
Antle.
circus show.
So Doc Antle did the actual documentary on the Tiger King. What happened to him? Did he get stomped to death by a fucking elephant? Because I got to tell you, the only guy that seems to come out of this scot clean is Jeff. Everybody else all fucked up. Oh, the elephant guy was a guy that knew both Tiger King and that bitch Carol Baskin. Still with the animosity there, and has knowledge about her feeding her husband to the tiger because he knew her husband, and it's completely complicated. Well, how does he know that have knowledge about her feeding her husband to the tiger just because he knew her husband? I would assume that when she fed the man to the tiger, he was dead either then or very quickly thereafter without time to make an actual phone call unless he did it inside the stomach of the tiger. Huh.
Jeff just got lost in the weeds somewhere.
Yeah, Jeff come out of this shit, and the one guy didn't seem to have anything to do with any of this bullshit. Is dead
Right.
or missing, or like in a compost heap with the rest of the tiger shit that they're growing crops in or something. I don't know. Yeah, listen, there's been a lot of people fed to pigs in the world. Pigs will devour every goddamn thing. They won't leave
Oh.
much.
Everything.
Yep.
Bones and all.
I don't know. Well, I'd like to know exactly how he knows that the dead guy was fed to the tiger. Because it would seem to me if he had any actual evidence, then, well, the Tiger King tried to kill her, so that wouldn't help him at all, but that would put her at least in some kind of investigation. It don't sound like he's got the evidence other than hearsay. So, of course, not knowing the whole very interesting story that you people seem to follow. You know, you're all scaring the shit out of me. You are. I'm actually hoping for a hurricane. He's had his dealings with her. The problem is when she fed him to the tiger, it was like the early 90s. And it was in pieces, and she kept him in a freezer off the property. Well, okay, that's fine. He knew that. That's fine. Okay. Why didn't he say something before when the guy was in the freezer in pieces?
Yeah, that was the freezer. What happened to the damn tiger? Eat the motherfucker.
Just sitting here working and feeling much more stupider for the knowledge of this stupid lion story.
Does somebody just have the cliff notes for this?
Yeah. Why is it I can hear Matt's 2 cents on this? I don't know, but I wish he was here. He'd be, well, he'd be mad. That's for sure.
Yeah.
There have been murder cases where the accused was found with no body. I get that. But you can't have some guy just show up in a 2000 after 20 years and say, oh, yeah, she had him in the freezer and she fed it when he never said nothing before about it. I mean, the time to say something about a dead guy is when he's actually in the freezer off the property and he's watching her feed a tiger his leg or something. You know, get some video. I don't know, something. You have to understand the world of big cat people. They are extremely strange folk. Tiffany, right now I'm having a hard time understanding you, to be honest.
Well, a bunch of people in that classification thought about that.
Yeah, and some of them on this show. He does not know at all. Rumors, they don't know how she did it. Okay, that's from Frank. Yeah. Just goes to show you what level of stupid that Hollywood will get people to watch. I don't know. I don't want to start calling people stupid on here, but I got to tell you, you're scaring me a whole lot. It's still an open case. Well, yeah, they don't know who killed him or where he is. Of course, it's an open case. My guess is this. Joe is staying in the prison house. Carol probably won't win the Dancing with the Stars, but she'll go home to her tiger and be famous. Jeff, who the fuck knows what's going to happen to him? Everything be fine for him. Doc Elephant, nothing will happen to him. And the one guy had nothing to do with this, he'll be dead. And no one will know how. And life will go on. Testament with a different copy she forged. Okay. Well, that's not unusual that people do that.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's another thing.
They needed to open up the tiger, no evidence now. There was no evidence by the next day. Tigers ain't no different than the rest of us. They shit every day. Yesterday comes out the next day. I don't know. Maybe they could have done some DNA on the shit. I don't know. But in the end, if this happened in the 90s, my guess is that his return to the earth. I don't really know what they do with tiger shit, but apparently it's no longer with us. Okay, I think we can rate this, Nick, as one of our weirdest fucking shows. Pretty sure of that.
With the weird, but this was supposed to be a that.
The husband was a millionaire. Well, I knew that, and listen, I'm not saying none of them are innocent, but are not guilty of something. But I ain't saying any of them are innocent either. You don't. 9 times out of 10, you do not go to prison unless you have actually done what they accused you of. So Joe's in prison now until there's some major evidence saying that he don't belong there. That's where he belongs. It sounded to me like Jeff just needs his ass kicked for being an asshole. The doc has no evidence whatsoever and want to get on TV. He should just go back to his fucking elephant, shut the fuck up. And Carol, if she is guilty, should stay out of the fucking limelight. but she's not. Did I miss anybody, Nick? Because it keeps being. Oh, and the two husbands that I still haven't heard about. They're probably living on Joe's money. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, but they were all in prison. And
Oh.
Joe would take them in and then, like, turn them gay because they were all drug
Uh-huh.
you give them a job, try and, recuperate them. But here's the recuperation process, meant like fitting over and stuff. So, yeah.
Well,
It's a sick story, believe me.
really? We have spent an hour in my life on this here or more.
Not sure you got
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did there, Nick, actually. But where the hell is Matt when you fucking need him? Let me try to see if I can get him again. He's still not online.
Tiger.
Maybe he broke his phone. I don't know. Yes, she has a new husband, and it's clear his nuts are in her tiger purse. Uh-huh. Tiger Egg was selling baby tigers. I don't like that at all. Okay. Well, I don't blame you. I don't like that either. Funny thing is, people will watch that dancing show even though they hate her. Ratings will be very, very good. Yeah, probably. Can we move on? This is so mind numbing. Well, Stephen, maybe you need that once in a while. That's why we're here. We're here to help. They have proof, and that's why they are talking to Donald Trump. Okay. All right. Well, that's if they got proof, then he don't belong in prison. He should be out of prison. I mean, I'm not saying it's just the way I'm listening to all you explain this shit.
Trump said he'd look at.
Oh man, I know what I'm gonna do. I just know it. This shit's gonna eat at me until you suck me in, and I'm gonna read about this. No, I'm going to read about it, is what I'm going to do, because you people have now sucked me into your ridiculous crap. What else would we like to talk about, Stephen? Perhaps you could save us for the last, 19, 20 minutes of the show here. Name it different.
Oh, hell.
I mean, there's so much
I think it would be a good called Last Night. It took place like in the 50s.
right.
And it was, it had really cool doors. Like all Chevrolet did.
Right.
I was like, oh, it's gonna be cool. Really good story. But at the end, and it pissed me off. I'm like, that it? I watched this shit to know nothing in the end.
Yeah. That
Don't
reminds
watch that.
That reminds me of that X-Files. That was the way that show was every fucking week. You knew less at the end than you did at the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
Virginia says they had a couple of fires set near their, Virginia's house. That's nice. Yeah, I love it how people are just. How about murder hornets? I think the murder hornets are over. I don't know. I haven't seen any. But I have a lot of grasshoppers here, so there'd probably be no problem. This story is as bad as NFL players sensationalizing thug criminals. No, that's on a planet of its own. Tomorrow, the next day, we'll find out what the ratings really are. And we'll see if the only way you're going to stop what's going on in pro sports or anything now is to just say no to them and not watch. And I know I am, and Nick, many of you don't, but in the
I like
end,
the thing, but I haven't watched the goddamn second in here.
Yep.
Well,
and I believe Nick is kind of a Saints fan. You know, he has something to live for. It's not as hard for me. I'm just a Jets fan, and well, uh, they have one or two good years every 10, 15 years, and then they get just close, and then they break your heart, and then they go back to being bad again, which is where they're at now, I think. So, watching Netflix is supporting BLM.
I've seen the Saints at home probably 5 or 6 times. I've never seen them win.
Yeah, yeah. No, they don't. They don't.
In the dump. They traded Jake Delhomme to the Panthers way back when. That was the first game I went to see. Jake Delhomme comes in and kicks their ass.
Yep.
Like, what?
Jake Delhomme, I remember him. He was actually pretty good for them. Brought them to a Super Bowl, but that Super Bowl, he threw like 6 interceptions or some shit and never recovered. But I always liked him. I thought he was like pretty cool. But I don't know, he lost it. He lost it. Sometimes that happens. Take care, Destiny. Very hard to blame you, really.
Yes, people watch this time.
Yeah. Tiffany says she canceled her subscription of Netflix at the end of June. I'm sure that all this is on YouTube. And you could go on there and argue about who's innocent and who ain't. But to be honest, none of them sound that innocent to me. Possibly they may be innocent of the charges that are being brought against them. I don't know, but none of them sound like they're people that I want taking care of exotic animals. I can tell you that. Franklin says, I don't do sports anymore. I love NASCAR at one time, but that went out the window. Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't really watch sports. It's not a big part of my life anymore. I will watch college football. And just one the Gators because I live fairly close. But I don't go to the games. Uh, Last pro game I went to was a Dolphins Jet game. We had to sit in the end zone for $80 a piece amongst the drunks and the morons and the people starting the fights. And it wasn't very fun. Did not enjoy it that much. I guess I'm old. I don't fucking know. I don't like being sit in a place where there's 60,000 other people and you got no room to breathe. It was good to those Tigers, Jerry. They were spoiled and loved. Okay. Well, I don't know. People got different opinions. I don't know. Personally, I don't think keeping those animals in cages is that great, but sometimes you got no choice. I don't know why he did what he did. I don't know why any of them did. I just know I have a slight headache and want to stop talking about Joe Exotic. Yeah. I do want to thank Nick for really, chiming in tonight. That was great. And I'm not joking. Weird not having Matt here. It is. I wonder what the fuck is going on. Now you people got me worried about him. I never worry about Matt. Nick says Carols were apparently fed well. Well, at one time, yeah, for a couple of days. I think my IQ dropped tremendously because I'm still laughing about the elephant stomping. Ha ha, stompy. Yeah, I got it. Yeah. I've asked the Steelers for a refund on my season tickets. Yeah. Well, this is the problem. Bottom line, the NFL has gotten way bigger than it should. There's way too much money involved. They're paying players way too much money. They've given players way too much fucking authority. They can get coaches fired. They can get owners to be forced to sell their teams. And now they're doing this. And they want one guy gets in there and he starts kneeling like guys of BLM. And the next thing you know, the NFL is bending over and taking it, um, you know, and telling their lies about how much they care when they don't. The NFL don't give a shit. The only thing NFL cares about is bringing in money. They're like any other company. And most of, I got to tell you, there's probably a shitload of players and a shitload of coaches and a shitload of owners. They can't believe they got to do this shit now. And the reason they gave the players way too much power. Personally, I'm in charge of the NFL. My stance is this: you don't like it, don't play. We'll bring in scrubs. We'll cut everybody and just start over again. You don't like it? Tough shit. Payrolls will go down. Players may or may not be able to get the coaches fired anymore. But then you have all these liberal ass fucking owners out there that seem to think, Jerry, what's his name? Jerry, whatever it was, who owned the Panthers. He was right. We're letting the inmates run the asylum. But that's racist. No, it's not. It's the truth. It's the fucking truth. But with the ratings tanking, that money train will come to an end and assets will start hurting you. And the big contracts will be going away, and then all the players who don't want to play for money, whatever this money or that money, they ain't going to play. The NFL has billions of dollars. Major League Baseball probably does. I don't know about hockey. Basketball probably does. They got billions. The Mets are getting a new owner. New York Mets. Anybody interested in baseball? My kids and I burned all our Steelers merchandise in the parking lot during the tailgate party. Many joined us and did the same. Yep. Well, a lot of the stadiums last year were half empty. You watched the games. People are tired of paying exorbitant prices for a lousy ticket. I sat in the end zone in the upper decks to watch that game I went 2 years ago. Paid $80 for a ticket each. $80. On the way out, I told my wife it's the last time coming. So, and I don't give a damn what their cause is. This is not the way to go about it. They're doing it because they want to piss off white people. That's my opinion. Burning down cities, kneeling for the flag, kneeling for this, kneeling for that, calling everybody a racist is not the way to go on this. You really want to do the black community some good, actually go into the black community and help the kids.
From Jerry Jones from Dallas.
Yep.
Jerry Jones from Dallas. He altered to the nonsense.
Yep.
Because there was the first Dallas player help apparently this week.
That's right. And they lost. That's funny.
Yeah. that. But I was pissed. Drew Brees did what he did.
Yeah,
Pushed it out.
yeah, that was just terrible. My season tickets cost a bundle, and the suit fees are to boot. Yeah. Oh, you had a suit. The suit. That's nice. Well, the rest of everybody else stayed out in the snow. Fans pay all the bills. We don't go. There's no payroll. Things will change quick. Yeah, but advertising pays more. The fans don't pay the bills you think it does. The advertising that the league passes out pays a lot of it. Merchandise pays a lot of it. Shit like that. You know, I don't think
Oh, y'all see what Candace told LeBron James?
what.
She said he was complaining about this racial inequality and white privilege and shit. She said, "You make hundreds of millions of dollars. Give me some of your privilege. We'll talk about this later. We can
Mm-hmm.
give me some of your privilege." It's
Yeah.
not.
Yep. I did see something about it. I didn't read it, but I did see something about it. She's very good. I like her.
I'm in the country, and they want to push an agenda
Mm-hmm.
that inequality.
Yep.
I mean, come on.
LeBron
No.
James thinks that because he can play basketball, he's a goddamn high school dropout. Yeah, come on. Shut up.
Yeah.
Just,
Exactly.
there's a big lie that goes out there that says if you have a platform, you should back all this and back all that. You know what? Just because you have a platform does not mean you have to back anything. It don't. I back America, and people fucking treat us like we're shit. No fans, lost advertising, it will bleed further down the trough. Yeah, because if people stop watching it, the advertisers aren't going to pay the money the NFL wants. The TV money, which is also very big, won't be as big. I mean, these TV stations stuff, or networks rather, I'm sorry, that pay to air the games, they pay a lot of freaking money for that shit. So, all right, guys, we're about out of time here. I personally, I think this is just going to keep going on. Um, I don't see any end in sight. So, does anyone know if most players are born and bred here? Yes, they were. Most of them, yeah. And very few are from other countries. Very few. You would think they would have more pride in their country. Look at what it did for most of the people playing. Grew up in the hood, and they don't give a shit. LeBron James is making money off this BLM bullshit. He's making money off of China. They all are. Someone has to do Matt's final words.
Okay, that's all that.
Anyway, Nick, you got any last words for this evening?
Stay away from professional sports, for sure. Get them where it hurts. Other than that, anybody in Allen, in the hurricane area, be safe.
Yep.
Take care of yourself.
That includes old Nick here. Anybody living in Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Panhandle of Florida, I hope you're ready. I do, or as ready as you can be. You can never, you know what I realized that last hurricane we had was you can never be actually ready. You can just be as ready as you can be. Okay, and that's better than a lot of people. They just don't get ready for nothing, and then they wonder why they're sitting on their roof waiting for a boat to come by and pick them up. So everybody stay safe. We'll see you Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern, on the American Rebellion channel or page, or what the fuck ever it is. And I appreciate everybody who came by and commented, even though I have a headache now from the Tiger Boy, but whatever. Enjoyed it. Please stay vigilant. Be aware of your surroundings at all times, and always remember it's amazing what you can do when you have no other choice. My name is Jerry on behalf of Nikki Young and myself and the lost Matty K. I have no idea where he is. We bid you a good night. Take care.